All right. This is my review for The Boys Season 5, Episode 2. What I will say about this is I love the ending because I was saying to myself, if this character is gone, oh, you know what? I just do spoilers. I'm just gotta do spoilers. What I'm gonna say is this: the Soldier Boy. When first of all, Amazon Prime did something very interesting. I mean, I guess it wasn't in the photo for the next episode. You see Soldier Boy standing next to Homelander, so I kind of already knew he's gonna bring him back. That was an interesting, choice for them, but I get it. It's fine. It wasn't a big spoiler. I mean, maybe it was gonna happen, but I would have liked to be surprised while watching the episode of him bringing back Soldier Boy. But what I would say is this: I like the way this episode goes, as far as us finally being able to see if the virus is a virus, if it's actually gonna be effective. And I like them having someone to take on like the Rock guy, because he seemed like someone who's really like he is gonna the virus is gonna be harder to affect that type of person with this type of power set, and he was effectively taken out. And one thing that I was curious about was if Soldier Boy gets affected, since he's like basically the one of the first soups, is he actually going to be taken out, or is he just going to be get hurt really bad? And we get that answer at the end of the episode, which I'm very happy about, because I love the actor who plays Soldier Boy, and I just really like Soldier Boy. He's entertaining. Jensen Ackles is a very great actor, and I was like, I just want to see him in more of the series. I know this is the last season, but I want to see him. I want to see more of him. So I was like, dang, hopefully he's not gone. And at the end, you do get that answer. So I'm happy about that. Ultimately, what I will say is this episode, everyone is pretty much hooking up in this episode. I'm happy that people got to have like a sense of relief and a sense of peace before they really go into this big war against the soup. So I'm happy that Kamiko was talking, and her and the guy, they're they're now they're more than friends finally, her and Frenchie. But I don't know, like, I guess I like it, but I remember there was a point where they were like, oh, they're just gonna be friends, but now things are a little bit different. So it's interesting. The only thing that I want to not see more of is there's a point where Kamiko and well, I'm forgetting his name now. Oh my gosh, Kamiko and Huey, they are thinking about getting out the car to help some random strangers, and it's like they should know by now. Don't make dumb decisions. They don't want to listen to Butcher, but he saved their lives. So I feel like everyone just has to get on board, like with taking them out. Starlight is, but it's also because she has a lot of damage. She wants to be taken out herself, so she's like, you know what, release the virus. If I go down, it's what I deserve. So I like that you're starting to see why people are doing certain things, but ultimately, this was a good episode. And you know what? One thing I like about this episode too is that you get to see the team. The team is really together. The first episode was really good too, but we get to see the team in action, and I think that's what I love the most about The Boys, seeing the team in action. So hopefully we get a few more episodes with the team in action before people really start getting taken out. But this is the last season, so that's why everything is so accelerated. I didn't expect for the virus to be done and being tested already in the second episode. So, but at least now they know it works. But works, who knows? Like, it works to a certain extent if you've seen the episode. And what I'm curious about is the next episode is Soldier Boy. Is he gonna be like a human now? What's gonna happen? Is he gonna be a little weaker? I'm not completely sure. We're gonna have to see. But at least it works. That's the whole point. At least it works. It is effective enough where they could use it against Homelander and maybe like trap him or find a way to, weaken him enough to actually eventually get that kill shots. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. But I would be very interested if Huey takes the V again to have powers. I know he's most likely not going to do it again, but I just feel like this last season, everyone seems ready to go. They seem ready to go for their beliefs, and I understand that, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know who's gonna get going in this last season, but I think that's why I like it, because I don't know. I don't know who's gonna get lost. I don't know whose life is gonna be done, and I think that's probably the exciting part. Because in the series, people go, they go like that. So, but I think it was most likely gonna be Starlight. I think Starlight's gonna be done, and Butcher at least, or maybe Butcher survives. Who knows? If Butcher survives all this, I'll be so surprised. But all right, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think about anything else. Am I missing something? Um. Okay. Yes. Mother's Milk or Milk. So I'm happy that Mother's Milk released the girl, because they're going down the path of darkness in some ways to get this job done. I understand, but when Starfire says, "Oh yeah, we got to take her out too because she's seen our faces," I'm like, first of all, Starfire. I'm calling Starfire. Starlight. Starlight. That's like out of character for me. Like, I understand that she's going down a darker path, but for her to take out an innocent because they seen her face, it seems like, I don't know. I don't think that she would have actually done that. I feel like some character at moments are kind of jumping the gun a little bit. I understand it's the final season, but I truly don't think that Starlight would do that. So that was a little interesting to me. I know she wants to take down Homelander, but I don't think she would have done that. But I'm happy Mother's Milk let that girl go, because they couldn't have to take her out. She was innocent. She wasn't really doing that. She was just upstairs. And I'm thinking about, why did he even go in that room? He should just, but it's cool. He let her survive, so maybe that'll be a plot point later on. Maybe she'll be someone who is able to say that these people are actually not terrorists and things like that. But ultimately, last thing I want to mention is Homelander. The guy who plays Homelander is so good, because in the beginning, during A-Train's funeral, where Homelander is making like this face, when the camera is on Homelander, and he's just like thinking, he's like in his brain, he's thinking about stuff. He has a lot of things going on in his mind. It's scary. I'm watching it, and I don't know at any moment, is he just gonna laser the whole crowd? I don't know. And I think that's part of what makes it great, is because Homelander at any moment, it seems like he's gonna go bad. He's gonna go crazy on everyone. So that's part of what keeps the show like, it's like a balancing beam, and Homelander is like, you don't know what he's gonna do, and I think that's what makes the show really good. And I'm curious if his son's gonna come to play at all. If he's in this season, not completely sure, but it's the final season, so maybe they'll give us some information on him a little bit more. But I don't know. I don't know where this is headed. I know they're gonna take out Homelander, but I'm just trying to figure out who's gonna get going, and I don't know. And I think that's what makes it exciting. Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to take too much time, but I'm excited. We'll see where this ends. Ultimately, I didn't read any of the comics. So I have no idea. And I heard that they're switching so much stuff from the comics. So people who read the comics probably don't even really know how it's going to end in a particular way as well. Maybe by some beats of the comics, but from what I've heard, it's not the same as the comics. There's a lot of big liberties they've taken. But I've heard it's better. So better than the comics as far as the way they're doing it. So we'll see how this last season goes. But anyways, it's DeJoy, know the name. Spread love and light. And since I'm excited about Mortal Kombat 2 and I haven't watched any trailers yet for Mortal Kombat 2, we're going to sign off with a get over here. Peace out.
Get over here.